Everybody? All right, call to order. It's the Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting scheduled for Tuesday, August 17th, 2021, 7:30 PM here at Town Hall. This is also a Zoom meeting. Everybody rise for their pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. All right, we'll kick this off with roll call, and I will start on this side of the room. Josh Dixon, Dave Brad, Dave Sauter, Pat Ogerow, Brett Olbreeze, Kevin Wall.
Danielle, Jessica Pinell.
Thank you. And let the record show John Kerwin notified me that he's going to be a few minutes late, but he will be here. Let the record show that John Kerwin just entered the hall. So, Josh, I'm going to sit you for guest. Okay, moving on with the agenda, public hearings. New public hearings. Future public hearings.
We want to set one. Proposed amendment to the zoning regulations.
He's already
I
set.
think we really said that for September 7th. So that's our placeholder right now for September 7th. Moving on to regular meeting business amendments to the agenda. None. Okay. Audience of citizens. With nobody here in the room, Jess, is there anybody virtually that's online besides Dan?
Yes, there are 3 people online.
Okay, for the audience of citizens, is there anybody in the audience of citizens that would like to bring up something with the commission that is not on tonight's agenda? Asking again to the audience of citizens, is there anybody online that would like to bring up something with the commission that is not listed on tonight's agenda? Jess, I just want to make sure nobody's trying to raise their hand or anything like that. Okay, I'll ask one more time for the benefit of everybody online. Is
Oh,
there
wait, I see a hand.
Okay,
Eric,
okay.
maybe.
So for the person that's online, if you could please state your name and address for the record, and we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. 37 Reality Road. Right. He is inquiring about 81 Newgate Road. Can you share any updated information? And I asked him if he would like to speak, to please unmute himself and he can address you guys.
Yeah, we really should address.
He's having an audio issue.
Okay, no problem. We'll be patient.
Oh, there he is.
No?
Eric?
Excellent. I believe you hear me.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you guys here.
Yes, I simply was inquiring about the update of information in regards to 81 Newgate Road. Since it's been operating as a wedding venue, I'm just curious. I'm a neighbor on Reality Road.
Eric, this is Dave, the chairman, and our CEO is not here, so I don't have any specific details in terms of an update. I can tell you that our last status, a cease and desist has been placed on the property, not to be holding any additional events. So then there are no other scheduled that we are aware of. I know it's been signed in terms of, the signage there indicating that there is a cease and desist. And that's currently at the status right at the moment. The applicant has to make the decision in terms of how they want to proceed. But there's nothing else from our standpoint where, we're gonna address it. There's no other, the cease and desist is in place.
Okay. I thank you for your time. You've answered my question for tonight.
Great, thank you, Eric. I appreciate you staying on my track. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Eric, Eric,
Yep, I was address.
Is there anybody else online from what is the citizens that would like to address the commission with something that's not listed on tonight's agenda? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Correspondence,
We do have one piece of correspondence.
let's run.
From the office of the selectmen to all boards, commissions, and departments, fiscal year 2021 annual report. In accordance with section 4-2F of town charter, the board of selectmen prepares and publishes an annual town report. Each board, commission, and department are required to provide a written report of their activities for the previous fiscal year for inclusion in this report. This is a request to submit your written report for fiscal year 2021 to the Selectmen's Office by Monday, August 23rd, 2021, when comprising your report. Please be sure that it is single-sided and not stapled. As always, feel free to contact us all at your convenience should you have any questions. Thank you in advance for your attention.
That's it. Thank you. And Jess is a recovered started working with Jess on that, so we should have no problems.
The only thing that was part of reminded by 2019 was a anomalous year.
No worry.
They shouldn't base this department based on our activity during that time period.
Came up quite frequently during the budget conversations also.
And I know that there's some people that feel that department can be cut, combined, downgraded, and so on, based on a faulty premise. So we got to make sure that we keep everybody apprised. Things will be turning around.
That's been vocal already. Yes. Okay. Let's see, moving on to old business matters upon which a public hearing is held or none. Old business, other matters, none. And now new business, scheduled public hearing. We have Z21-126, 126 Oxford Road, owners Mark Cipriano Napoli, Blueberry LLC, Dollar General Plaza, 58 Pleasant Drive, Southbury, Connecticut. The applicant is Gigandi Sakdeva, and I apologize if that was mispronounced, 9 Foxhorn Lane, Seymour, Connecticut, 06483. This is an application for a special exception pursuant to Article 7, Section 7.3, 7.3.16, sale of alcoholic beverages. Now, just for the commission's purposes, we next step would be typically to schedule a public hearing. We can't discuss the application or our thoughts on this right now. However, what I wanted to do structurally is I had a couple of questions regarding the actual application, how it was comprised. And I just wanted to run that by you for your thoughts as well, to determine how we want to proceed before we move it, if we decide to a public hearing. One of the things I had a question about, if I'm missing something, please somebody speak up. I noticed in the application special exception, it was mentioning Article 17.10.11, and I have no idea what that is in the Oxford regulations, or if that's something, I thought it was 7.3.16. I did not know if that needed to be corrected in the application, so we were required to correct special exception, or if there was something that I missed. You see what I'm talking about, Jess? It's in the center of the page, of circle special exception.
Yeah. Article 7. Yeah.
17.10.1, on the front page of the application,
Oh, I'm sorry.
the actual application itself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That is the sale of alcohol beverages.
I don't even think it's a 17.10. I know it's
Oh.
17.3.16. So can we correct that in this application, or is that? Is there something that I'm not aware that that's a correct article that's referenced on the application itself?
I know it's, because I printed out the article, 17.10.11. And I know it is Article 17.
Exactly, okay. So we're gonna need to have the applicant correct that.
Okay.
So we'll be wondering, while that's happening, something else I wanted to ask the commission, again, because I don't believe I was part of the original approval process for that area. But I also noted that section 7.9 of our regulations requires that all commercial space in that area reach a minimum of 2,500 square feet. This building is between 400 square feet. So it's small for its intended use that they're trying to use. Is that something that we need to actually address beforehand? Because I don't want to put it through the process if there's a problem with size.
That might be something that the zoning enforcement officer has to address, if it's a non-conforming strictly. Recall, they built this without permits or anything.
You did look at that.
This is the building right next to it.
Dollar
Yeah, that, and it wasn't a second for that building. With the site plan. Was it for the amount of, that's what I can't remember, about square feet, that's. So we'll have to check that. And get a copy of that. If we approved it, oops.
Right, so we'll have to go back like that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to have the go back to those records. So if you can make a note of that too, just I appreciate it.
How long ago was that built?
I'm not sure.
Only a couple of years. I mean, it's fairly, is it worth it?
All right.
I don't think so. It's less than 3.
There's a statute.
I know the statute about, yeah.
8-13 deals with that, and something's been built, and it's been done for 3 years, you forget about it, but it's within the time frame.
If we're gonna have to correct the article anyway, the applicant, I think it's prudent, you can check that at the same time too, and make sure we're all on the records.
The alcohol section is 17.1, but the other numbers don't seem to line up, so we have a little bit extra numbers to.
Exactly, so what was 7.3.16 and refer to in terms of special exception? which is what they're calling
That's the commercial. Where it refers to, in the commercial district, that particular use
it. Mhm.
is a special exception, and so that's, I stuck that in.
Right, exactly, that's why I thought I was expecting to see that number on the application for special exception since it's a commercial.
Yeah.
So that's all.
The special exception for the zone.
Yeah.
And then also because of that particular use, they need a special exception also. So there's actually 2 special exceptions. If you want to sell alcohol or liquor in Oxford, you need to do it, get approval by way of a special exception. And that's in, so I'm guessing not residential.
Right. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I just,
Well, I have a question. So then it would be, because it's not a site plan, because the site plan's already approved, right? So it's a special exception for the use. And it's, because if there's 2, so that's where I'm trying to figure.
It's one, I would imagine it's one public hearing. They have to satisfy the requirements of a special exception for retail sales in that, I think it's commercial.
Commercial.
So they have to satisfy those conditions, and they have to satisfy the conditions of the alcohol.
Alcohol, okay.
And returning the chair correctly, right? It's not like they have to have 2 separate. hearings.
No.
It's just 2 separate.
That's where both cases addressed the same, and then when we were voting in 2 separate issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, one here, okay.
so our 2 takeaways are, you need to, work with the applicant to get this corrected regarding our special exception. Number two, while that's happening, we're gonna need to go back and look at the approvals that are for that particular place. And then also, Pat had noticed something as well too, so I'm gonna turn it over to Pat.
We should, as part of the application, we should have the signage with the measurements, et cetera, et cetera. That shouldn't be a wait until after it's approved type thing. It needs to be along with the application, or it's the application.
Do we need to have a main company with their dealer, just at least have the size dimensions?
The sign dimensions, placement of dimensions. I don't think we can regulate content.
The content, I think we could regulate the font.
Yeah.
It has to.
The appearance,
Yeah. You can't tell them what they can say.
Right. Yeah, because we can't tell what the other thing is doing.
Unless it's.
Of course.
Exactly. So let's leave, have the sign configurations. So with that being said,
There's a motion for.
no, I wouldn't set the public hearing right now until we actually have those items resolved at all. So I mean, we're looking to schedule, are we okay waiting to September 7th to schedule it for the 21st?
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 35 days.
35 days to set it.
Technically, they have to file a completed application for it.
Before the
clock
starts.
Yeah.
Before, yeah. So the correct motion, you want to take this, or do you want to?
We just table it, nothing said.
You're not taking any action, there's nothing for you to vote on, so it's just, I don't even think that's a table.
So it's no action at all?
No action is gonna take.
Okay, so let the record show, the commission is not taking any action on the application at this time, and the planning and zoning coordinator is aware of the takeaways that need to happen, so that we. Thank you, guys, thank you, everybody on that. Okay, moving on, new business itself, I'm not seeing any. Zoning enforcement, our CEO is not here tonight, so those are in the enforcement section. Minutes,
Think we have-
I just want to make sure the owls, the expression that. Yes, we will, there are no minutes to review, so that's what gets us to it on the next time. Invoices, none. And other business. Kevin, do you have anything on some of the topics that we talked about? It's fresh or just still in process?
Still in process, I know the current road item is going to, select plan. I believe so, because I got the meeting, so finally that's gonna go in front of them to deal with their, the quick claim deed on our Harris property.
Okay,
So that's the. road.
They finally got a map and everything.
They finally got a map, the map looks correct, and so, selectmen are gonna deal with it. Finally, so. We had voice in the meeting. Find out what's gonna be.
excellent.
What's the status of the settlement with Timberlake?
Right, okay, that's already done. The status, the plans and things like that were reviewed by the town engineer. I don't know if they've come back here at all. And that was a part of the settlement that was presented. So we have to approve the plans. The plans just come back and be reviewed by the town engineer and fire marshal and the weapons commission. So that was kind of the order of things. So it's been approved. By two buildings, these two buildings last, I'm trying to do this, remember, so it's not, this two buildings, two buildings last and less area that's affecting wetlands and things like that.
So, okay, don't we have to approve any new site plans, et cetera?
No.
Do we have to re-see it?
It's got to file something in the office. But that settlement, didn't that settlement come under Peter Olson?
Yeah, yeah.
That was settled under Peter Olson, and it didn't have to go for wetlands, right?
The places that had to go to the judge's order, was the wetlands and down in here, and fire marshal was very specific.
What I'm saying is, if changes were made to accommodate those departments, don't we have to see it again?
I think you have to see it again, but the judge is approved, the judge made his order.
So are you saying we can see it, but we're not allowed to change it? I think it might be helpful, so we still like to see in terms of.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Exactly. Is it possible you can set up something so we can kind of take a look at this?
I'll get the send the plans.
Because, you know, we should have file copies and stuff, it's like plan and everything else.
Right. Before they proceed with permits, they're gonna have to go through that process with us. And I know they sent updated plans to wetlands. I was very surprised that it wasn't coming back to this commission. Just didn't make any sense. The judge is very much so has his own territory. This is his thing. And this is controlling.
I understand, you know, judges,
But in fact, you know, I'll give you, I know I have electronically, I'll get that out, so you should take a look at it.
yeah, but I'm saying eventually we should have a file copies and everything else, so that 5 years down the road, or in the process of the building, at least know what's going on, we're not surprised. Right.
And I still like to know, see, that's the CEO, that's the
See, right.
And we did a couple things, we're putting a notice of the judge's decision on the land records recording, and also on publish that in paper. So there's some kind of normalcy to it. So following that idea of normalcy, let's get the plan from the commission so we can take a look at it and say, this is what it is. And when I come in 3 years from now, we're going to change it somehow. Say, well, no, this is what you planned. So it's a good idea.
I mean, oh yeah, the other thing is, okay, for, what is it called up there?
Oxford County.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Okay, on the, when we approved that plan, there were certain units that were designated as affordable units, the same thing we did at Canada.
Yes.
Okay, have they been building like crazy up there? Are those units been assigned and properly filed on deeds that they were supposed to? Does anybody know?
Here's it's supposed to be the CEO.
Well, it is and it isn't, because in their plans, and this is the general just statement about the plans and do the report plans, specifically set out someone that ends up with, and it's usually someone in the town, usually the assessor, because the CEO is the one who really knows at what point they're finished, that be built, building inspectors, things like that. So I'll see if I can find the affordability plan, I don't designate some.
Yeah, because it should show which units, because it was actually a physical drawing. That had the numbers, yeah, we required that.
And normally that is followed through in their permit, and it's followed very specifically, because if they don't do that, then it's going
And probably, because there's a whole stack of COs that come in for those units, it probably should be able to report to us that, you know, 5 years of the market rate and 2 of the affordables and so on, because, you know, we're getting stuck with these things, but we're not getting any points towards.
Exactly, because we have the aggregate, we have the.
Yeah.
the both of them.
Well, you know what, I'll come out and take a look at the file, and I'll take a look at a couple things, because I'll know what to look for.
Yeah, my opinion is easy, is just going with the CEOs.
Yeah.
And just.
Matching up the unit numbers for this. We did that with, where Steve and I actually sat down and matched up. Okay, this unit, yeah, and you built this unit, built this unit, you know, this unit, now they've got to build this unit.
It would kind of be nice to see exactly where we are now in reality with what's planned coming down the pipe, so we can make sure that we're staying on track with what we're trying to go.
it's an important thing, to know where you are, what your percentage is.
Right.
Because that's gonna keep you moving target next time it goes on.
As it is, yeah.
So, exactly.
No, we're, at the bottom of the hill, or halfway up the hill.
And the other thing we'll have to do, and I think we talked about this the other day, if we're gonna have a component of plan of conservation and development, it's gonna have to, a discussion about affordability of housing.
Exactly.
So that's gonna be another program, so knowing what we got, knowing where we're going, is gonna be.
And it's also a plan that we have to report back to the state on as well too, I found that sort of next year.
Right.
Shouldn't there affordable up there?
There's still.
Our rentals, and also we.
So it doesn't matter, even rental units fall. 830G.
Yeah, that was the whole
Point,
yeah, it's the render that.
they wouldn't be there if it wasn't.
That's the percent of market rate.
But again, they've got to be deed restricted. That's the kicker, the deed with the 40-year deed restriction is the kicker. That's what we need to have it count. If there's no deed restriction, it don't count. So there's got to be a deed restriction on those units, whether, no matter who owns them. I can own 10 of those units, 3 of them be affordables. And if the market goes crazy next year, I can't just raise the rent on those things.
Another attorney grants explaining to us how that worked when you rental.
Yeah.
How they did the deed restriction for because he owns the entire property. And then they go back. You know how that works?
I've seen it,
It's the machination. Yeah. But it does apply for rent.
There's supposed to be a reporting mechanism in the affordability plan, describing exactly how they're gonna report, who they're gonna report to. It's usually someone designated in the town that they report to, but the trouble is that with the affordability plan, unless you have someone that's actually designated to do that in the town, it falls through the cracks. And it's not, it's usually an assessor or someone in the finance department.
Maybe we should look into having an assessor.
That might be something to talk about.
Rather than that, we're busy with other things.
Because then what happens when you think about a deed getting recorded, the deed gets recorded, whatever it says in the deed gets reviewed by the town clerk. Town clerk, the assessor then goes and looks at the deed and sees what the deed said, who it went to, are there any sort of restrictions on it, and the restrictions would be, this is an affordable unit, blah, 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 and it's restricted for that purpose. But that, and the assessor would reflect that in the assessor's card, and that would give the owner of that property a break in their taxes because it's a designated affordable unit, and they're not going to be that much more rental on it. And if it's just an owner, same thing, it's designated for the building. So those things are set out in the assessors usually reflect that in their work. It's like they do, that shed out there or the addition of the reflect on those things.
I'd like to get, one of us get the view to kind of work out how that wording goes to present that to the select commission and what we need. I'm also trying to be conscious, I'm not trying to do everything myself, so if there's somebody who might volunteer to work with that, in terms of putting that working together, so we get something.
For a recommendation.
For recommendation, I think assessment helps with traction, you too. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Good going. Yeah.
Yes. And you talk a whole different language than the rest of us. There you go. In terms of other business as well too, I'm working on the policies and procedures review for Jess. So anybody has something that they urgently want, send it over to me. If not, I'm going to put it out there to get this wrapped up. So.
Can we see the draft copy?
Absolutely not. No.
Believe me, Michelle, I've been here long enough to know that.
You can look, you can't. Couple other things that are on here, just want to let them know. Feedback, conversations with our first selectman, also conversations with Attorney Cherry. We're going to try and do a couple of new things for the commission. I think the timing is good too, if there's, changes in election and everything. But one of the things we want to start doing is from an education type of standpoint, I want to start building out a program where we can take a few minutes at the start of every meeting, and it's going to be about something that's important to us. And it can be something as basic, talking about roles and responsibilities of the commission. Things like what can we do or what we can't do, so we're all on the same page. Understanding our regulations, changes, it could be Robert's Rule of Order, it could be anything. But I think these are helpful topics that we would take, 10, 15, 20 minutes in the beginning of the meeting. I mean, the audience can watch and I can consider this is something for us, and I think it makes us stronger as a commission. So that's something that I'll be planning out with Attorney Cherry. He's going to be coach, so he'll help out with some things, but I think this will be helpful for all of us. So I want to let you know that that's kind of happening in the background. The other thing, I'm not sure who pointed this out, but it was a great point. And it's regarding our actual regulations themselves. I think it's important that everybody have a copy of the regulations in front of them for every meeting, whether this is going to be on the computer or whether you have it printed out. So I'd like everybody to get with Jess in the next few days and let her know if you have a printed out copy to be able to bring. And if you don't, Jess, I'm sorry, could you make a printed out copy so everybody could have it? Yeah, this is going to sound so corny, and I feel it's going to show my age, but one thing I'll never forget from English class when I was a sophomore in high school, this teacher made us keep this, and we actually had to write an essay about it also, and it's still bringing it back in my head. Students' well-worn personal copies of the pocket dictionary and thesaurus are better evidence of a good education than a high school diploma. And you know what? Worn copies of our Oxford planning and zoning regulations is just going to show how frequently we're relying on it and using it to make it stronger. So I want everybody to have that with them. I'm making a point. I was just as guilty because there's times I don't have it in front of me as well too. So I think that's going to be good. What's in your requirement to see? Oh, what's that? So I just wanted to put it, so please go just, if you don't have it, even if you normally bring your computer, if you don't have a printed out copy, ask just for a copy. You should have a backup to be able to go back.
I can keep the copies in a binder in the office if you want.
If that's
Like if you want to, if you have your computer at home and you don't need the hard copy at home and you don't want to drag it to every meeting, I can always put them in a binder for everyone.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Okay, then I mean, I can just do that and
Make little
Then-
binders with our names on them, so if you want to make it notes.
like we used to do, like, yeah, like a way long time ago.
Exactly.
So,
I'll take mine.
All right. Does anybody else have any other business they would like to bring up? It's not John's record, but it's still not too bad. It's 8:04. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Second, Mr. Kerwin, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Pretty good, everybody. Thank you very much.
Good night, those people online.
Hi, Dan.
Good night, Dan.
Night,
Have a good one.
take care.